Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Deanda,
And I'm Andy Deanda.
and this is On the List Sports. First of all, we want to wish everybody a happy holidays. Hopefully, you had a great Thanksgiving, and welcome to December football. This is when time to be in the nitty gritty. Contenders about to start showing up, so it's time.
Time for the playoffs.
Yes. So this is our Week 12 edition of On the List Sports, and we'll get right into it. First game we're going to talk about is the Jets and Giants, and we got the Jets taking this one.
The next game we'd be having the Cardinals and the Rams, and we got the Cardinals in that game.
And next, a game we want to focus on a little bit more is the Falcons visiting the Buccaneers. The Falcons were one of the hottest teams coming in the beginning of the season, but now they've just been going downhill. Somehow they found they're still in the playoffs as the season stopped today, but they're facing a Buccaneers team who is pretty good, led by Jameis Winston. They got the third-ranked rushing attack, so pretty solid team. How do you see this game playing out?
With Doug Martin coming back and showing like what he looked like as a rookie, even though Winston's had some mistakes recently, it's why they haven't been able to push further than about a 500 record right now. They're still making plays, and they have one more game than the Falcons right now. That's why at Underlay Sports we got the Bucs over the Falcons.
Yes, we do. And the next game is the Seahawks and Vikings, another game with huge playoff implications. This could come down to the very end with head-to-head deciding who gets into the playoffs. And we got the Seahawks there at top 10 offense and top 10 defense, especially after their performance last week. Doug Baldwin having his career game.
On my bench in fantasy.
A little sour for that. But then you also got Adrian Peterson leading the Vikings in their number one rushing attack, ranked rushing attack. So we're going to see Adrian Peterson is on a tear this year in the NFL, and he's showing everybody that last year he rested up. He's completely healthy right now, and he's running all over defenses. So we at On the List Sports, we got the Vikings winning this game.
The Seahawks have too many problems, whether it's inside the locker room, it seems like, with contracts, or with Marshawn Lynch being out. It seems like they're just having a lot of problems, even though Russell Wilson is doing his thing. I think it's going to be tough for them to take the Vikings, who are young and they're up and coming. Although if this were in the playoffs, if this were in January, I might be taking the Seahawks because they have the experience.
Yeah, they've been there.
Moving on to the Texans and Bills. Texas, the best Texas team right now, taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's going to be an interesting game. What do you think about this game going on?
This has two very, very good defenses. One, the Bills hosting the Texans, they got Rex Ryan, so obviously they're going to have a good defense. And then the Texans, they're one of the top defenses in the league right now. They're on a roll, and their defense, they're just really fun to watch right now. They got
J.J. Watt.
Nothing else needs to be said. They got Brian Cushing. They got playmakers on the defense. Their rookie Kevin Johnson at cornerbacks making plays. Everyone's just flying around in Houston, and if their offense can catch up, they can get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins early and often. I see them winning this game, maybe a 14-10. It's going to be a low-scoring game in my opinion, but we'll see how it plays out.
I wish they had kept Arian Foster on the bench or the IR for a little bit longer, and then maybe now had him. Imagine this Texans teams with an Arian Foster. They'd be starting to look dangerous. Even though the Colts are leading that division, the Texans could be looking dangerous.
I don't think they're going to have that lead for much longer.
No, but, Andrew Luck is going to have some lucky days coming forth. He should be coming off that IR soon. Probably not soon enough if you own him in a fantasy league. Like, I took him number one overall. Now he's on my bench. The biggest mistake I made all year. But anyways, let's move towards the Ravens at the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Dolphins, they just got a new offensive coordinator, Zach Taylor. He's replacing Bill Lazor. And from some of the reports I've read, Zach Taylor's going to be looking to pound the rock. So if you got Lamar Miller, start him this week. We got the Dolphins winning this week too, just so you know.
Despite that, with Matt Shaw playing with the Ravens, and they lost Steve Smith and Forsett. I mean, if you're taking the Ravens in this game, or if you're a betting man and taking the Ravens, you're illogical. There's too many problems going on right now. Any given Sunday, somebody can make an upset, but the Dolphins should take this one on a tough game, but they'll take it maybe like a 21-10, 21-14.
And on a side note, just for fantasy implications, if you need a defensive spot defense, start the Dolphins because Matt Schaub is Mr. Pick 6. So if you can, pick the Dolphins up and start them. And next, we got the Bengals and Browns. It's a pretty obvious choice for us. I think the Browns don't even have a starting quarterback at this point, really, and they just seem like the inferior team to the Bengals. So we got the Bengals.
The Browns. We got. Wait, no, yeah, we're not done. Okay, yeah, the
Can't even
Browns.
say it with a
There's a
straight
lot
face.
of there's a lot of problems. I mean, it's one of those interdivision games. You never know, but
Yeah, it's true.
there's so many problems. Maybe with the new quarterback, the Browns could do something. They still have Barnidge out there at tight end, but
Yeah, it's true.
there's so many problems. Maybe with the new quarterback, the Browns could do something. They still have Barnidge out there at tight end, but overall, it's hard to choose them considering all that's going on. You got Money Manziel in the back holding up a clipboard, but anyways, moving on to another big game that we think is going to be interesting is the Jaguars at Titans, where
Who
I
would've
got
thought?
the Jags, but
I'm taking the Titans on this one. For no particular reason either, to be honest. I know the past few years the teams have been splitting the games. Whoever's playing at home wins, and the Titans just happen to be playing at home. That's literally the only reason I'm picking the Titans, and Alan Hearns isn't playing too, so we'll see.
TJ Yeldon. He's been a solid
That's it.
pick up for them at running back, and he's on my squad in one of my fantasy teams. He's been a solid person to rely on, and I think controlling that offense and running the ball is what's even the tough Titans, a steel hard Titans defense has. I think that they'll be able to get it. It's the second year quarterback versus the first year guy, and I'm gonna choose the guy with experience.
Okay. And then next we have the 49ers facing the Bears. And we both have the Bears winning this game, but
Yeah.
Andy's got someone he'd like to talk to you guys about on the Niners offense.
The running back, Sean D.
Sean Drone.
About to run that right down the Bears. And you know what? It's been tough if you've been a 49er fan. I feel for you. I understand the problems at quarterback, running back, line, all the people's retired. Well, let's just stop before I keep going. But the Bears have had their ups and downs. Forte's back. Lamford's a great option. What's the name at wide receiver? Alshon Jeffrizzle. Alshon Jeffrey's back and he's playing like what we expected him. They're an interesting team and they got a lot of firepower on offense. The 49ers, on the other hand, are a missing team.
Yeah, they're just neither of these teams are really contenders in my opinion. I think the Bears are a pretty good team overall, but I don't think they're going to be making too much noise in December really. So, but I do see them beating the Niners this weekend. And once again, another spot start, Vance McDonald, the Niners tight end. He scored a touchdown the last two games Blaine Gabbert has started, and Blaine Gabbert starting once again. So check him out if you need a tight end.
Trendsetters.
Yes,
It's safe to say they're Bear Cubs. Maybe not Grizzly Bears yet.
No.
Yeah, maybe until I don't know. I think they with Jay Cutler. Anyways, moving on to the Broncos at Chargers.
Yeah, we got that pretty obvious once again. Well, actually, maybe not so obvious because this could be
They
a
just
little
won last week.
trap
The
game.
Chargers won last week, but the Broncos are firing all cylinders. They got two running backs that they can hand the ball off to that are playing very well.
Yeah.
The Chargers are another up and down. They're playing.
Injuries
They
have
can
hurt
beat
them.
people, and then some weeks they're playing like they just shouldn't even be on the field. Then you got Philip Rivers breaking records, and he has no chance at opportunity to win with those records. It's hard to choose them, hard to feel for them, but and maybe Melvin Gordon will show up and he'll prove us wrong.
Yeah,
But
there's always a
it's
chance.
really yet to happen, so I'm not too worried about it. I feel safe betting on him.
We'll
Bet
see what
against.
Osweiler can do too in December. This is when real quarterbacks need to show that they are real gamers. So we'll see. He came off a fantastic win last week, beating the undefeated Patriots. So we'll see if he can carry that momentum into this week. And next, we've got the Chiefs going into Oakland. And once again, the Chiefs are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. I read a statistic that they have 14 takeaways in the last 4 games and 0 turnovers. So I see them taking advantage of the Raiders' offense.
Easy to choose, but the Raiders are up and coming. But this
Definitely,
is
definitely.
not. I don't think it's going to be their year. More so, like in the next 3 years, Raider fans, you got much to look forward to.
Yes,
But the Chiefs are right now.
sir.
Moving on to the Panthers at the Saints. I mean, even with Cam busting up the Cowboys, I mean, it's hard not to choose them. I mean, the Saints, they've been on the downward right now too. Ingram hasn't been getting the ball as much, running it under 10 carries a game the past 2 weeks.
Ugh,
I mean-
on the rock with him.
And with that defense, they're going to have even more troubles. I got Mark Ingram. I'm starting him on one league and send him in the other because it's scary.
But
So-
they are playing at home. You know, the Saints at home, they can beat anybody, especially in an interdivision game. But on the Les Sports, we got Carolina winning this game.
I had 36 points from Cam Newton in one of my leagues at quarterback, so I feel safe. I feel safe with the Panthers.
All right, and the next game we got are the Eagles and the Patriots at New England. And I got nothing really to say to this game. Patriots take it.
Eagles, right? Oh, yeah, right. Come on. The statistics for Belichick losing back-to-back games, those percentages are like,
Does not happen.
it's improbable that the Eagles are going to win. I'd be very surprised. Who knows, anything could happen, but I heard Sanchez will be on the bench now. So I think Bradford may be getting beat up again. And who knows, maybe Sanchez will be out there in the second half. Because Bradford really don't last. On top of that, then we got the Colts visiting the Steelers for Sunday night. Where the Colts, I think Hasselbeck's streak is going to be run down by the curtain.
The steel curtain. The defense is playing really well this year. Initially, I thought that was going to be their weakness throughout the whole season, but they've actually been playing really well.
I got them on one of my fantasy teams as a pickup. Yeah, Steelers are doing pretty good. No matter who they got on the outside, too. Somebody's going to catch it. Somebody's going to score.
Yeah,
Colts ain't going to keep up.
Yeah, they got playmakers everywhere. Marcus Wheaton, Martavius Bryant, Antonio Brown. They got playing. D'Angelo Williams is playing out his mind right
player
now.
Of the year.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year, for sure, in my opinion. But
I wish Andrew Luck was playing this game. Maybe 4 months ago, I would have been really, really hyped for this game, Andrew Luck versus Ben Roethlisberger. But for some reason, the Super Bowl rematch between Matt Hasselbeck versus Ben Roethlisberger, not that intriguing. I don't know. We'll see. We both got the Steelers winning this game.
The thing is, I don't know what's worse, is that or our Monday night game when the Cowboys are the Redskins. Logic tells me, and I usually listen to my heart when choosing the Cowboys, but logic tells me it's the Redskins. Because, and it's sad, and look at all the Cowboys. You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired. It's hard being a Cowboys fan. It's hard being a Cowboys fan, and I hope you understand.
I want you to say it. Say it.
Oh, the Redskins are going to be the Cowboys Monday
Oh,
night.
my God.
I hope not.
Let me get back in this picture. Look, Cowboys, you're winning this game. You need to win this game. It's our most hated rivals. Redskins, do not lose to them. Pound the rock, get Robert Turbin, Darren McFadden. You need to run at least 35 times, get Des Bryant involved. And Matt Castle, please take care of the football.
Don't
If
be
we
a
do that,
Castle.
if we do that, we win. We win the game. Our defense is playing really well. We're good. We win the game. Cowboys.
Problem is, I've been saying that for the past 9-10 weeks. Since week 2, basically. And they've gotten me one win since. I'm not going to choose the Cowboys. I might not choose them ever again at this rate. Shoot. Big shout out, though, to UCLA. Basketball. Taking down number 1. I'm not even going to say their name. Kentucky. But on top of that, though, everybody have a happy holidays. All from Honda.
Andale Sports.
Honda Sports.